Hello YouTube! So we are here for another pumpkin patch update. It is June 7th and the garden is hopping. So we've got our giant for this year. Gave it its first very light lick of fertilizer yesterday, and it does seem to have not perked up. It was doing well on its own, but it seems to have greened up a bit, which is always good because greener leaves you can get more sugars to the plant. A little nubbin right there. When this guy starts to vine, it will be going towards the shed, and then I'll try to get it to curve around like that and go that way along the edge of the backyard, so that hopefully we don't run into the leaves at all. We won't have any problems with that. So last year a viewer actually sent these seeds to me. This is right here, a show winner giant pumpkin. This packet is from Livingston Seed Company, and that's what it's called. It's called Show Winner. It's supposed to get, where does it say how big it's supposed to get? I believe it was like 200 pounds. Yeah, right there. Between 250 and 400 pounds. So, since this is my first time, I'm pretty sure I'll end up with a smaller one. But even a smaller one for a giant is probably going to be pretty good. The lady that sent me this one, the channel's name is Sandra Zembeski, and the show is Somebody's Backyard Pumpkin Patch, if you want to go ahead and look for her. Yeah, so that's my giant right now, doing pretty good. She gets maybe 6 gallons of water a day, and that'll be either doubled or tripled as the pumpkin gets bigger. And we're gonna go this way. Okay, so I didn't label the seeds that I saved last year, so I don't know what these are. Something tells me they're not jack sizes, but I actually did put in two seeds, one that was a smaller seed and one that was a larger seed right behind it. None of the larger seeds came up, which I'm not surprised from, because I'm pretty sure they came from pumpkins that were not exactly ripe yet, not exactly 100% orange yet. It had a bit of a green tint to them. So I don't think that the seeds were even mature when I took them out. We got these 3 mounds came up, and then nothing came up on this one. So I still might want to get some jack-o'-lantern seeds. I know I'm running out of time, but I'm indecisive. Now, these ones are glass corn. This is the latest corn babies. And you can see I just sort of threw them in haphazardly. I'm just tired of following all the rules exactly and then getting mediocre results. It's like, you know, these 2 corns over here that I'll show you in a moment, they're the best lot that I've had so far, and these are the ones where I follow the least amount of rules. So at this point, I just want to throw things in with some compost and see what happens. I know that sounds horrible, but I'm a little fed up following the rules and then getting mediocre results. So, this one over here, the watermelon is taken off. Like, wow. Like, vines over there, vines over there, vines over there. Last year I had it in a big container. It did not get this big. So that's fun to see. There might be a couple of, oh yeah, right here. I see it. I think this one managed to get fertilized. And then find it there. A little teeny tiny baby watermelon there. And then I see a few more female flowers. I will try to grow maybe 3 or 4 watermelons. Last year they didn't turn out very good because I didn't really keep an eye on the watering, and so they ended up kind of gummy. I guess watermelons really need a lot of water, hence the name watermelon. Alright, so this is the 4th of July corn. That's not the name of the corn, that's when it's supposed to be ready. So we're in early June. In about a month this is supposed to have produced its lot of corn. So it's not very tall, as you can see. This is a little bit lower than chest height. See, here's I don't know if you can see my hip or my knee or anything like that. See, there's my knee. So it's between my hip and my chest height. So I know these stalks are going to stay shorter than the other stalks. The stuff on the edges always seems to end up shorter than the stuff in the center. And I guess that's because in the center you end up getting more water and nutrients, because there's always this little divot in the ground as the ground settles. And this is my other corn, and as you can see, it's a lot taller. Right here. So most of these have not set up any tassels yet, or any whatever these things are. This is actually the only one that I see right now. And it is, this one at least is about as tall as my head. So that the tallest leaf is about as tall as my head. And again, the ones around the edges just don't get enough water or nutrients to really get that tall. So what you've all been waiting for, the pumpkins. The sugar pie pumpkins. Look at that. Look how big that vine has gotten. Or those vines. So the one that was going through the corn is now poking out the other side. Right there. I think it wanted to make as fast an exit as possible because the corn is planted so close together, there really isn't that much light penetrating. And let's go pumpkin hunting. One right there. You can see that. One right there. There it is. One. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Oh, on the other side. Try to get a good angle so you can see it. I might just have to go around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go around to see that one. There's 2 more on the other side, actually. And one female flower opened up somewhere around here the other day, and I did not get out here early enough to catch it. So we'll see if the bees caught it or not. The only one, this one here, I also have, but it seems to be on a very weak vine. It hasn't grown in quite a while. So I might just snip it and cook it up like a zucchini or something. And I need to get some gloves, some garden gloves, and start pulling out the vines that didn't really make it. They didn't die off on their own. They're just sort of stunted in the middle there, and I want to pull them out so that the rest of the vines can get as much nutrients as it can. I'm going to go around and I'll show you the other two pumpkins. I am now starting to lose female flowers because of the heat, I'm sure. Oh, here's a new one. Just saw this one. Right there. That's clearly fertilized. Oh no, the flower came out. Oh, I hope it keeps going then, because sometimes when you lose the flower early on, it doesn't keep going. There's one right there. And, oh, I didn't see this one. There's one right there. And, is that it? Did you see this one? I don't think you saw this one. And there's that one too. Yeah, so the heat is definitely starting to get to them. We have more days over 90 than we do under 90. So whenever, like today, I won't be doing too much for them because it's only going to get up to 85. But anything over 85, and I will start covering them with this shade cloth. That's what the buckets are there for, is to just hold the shade cloth up. And I will have these, like, I saved my margarine tubs, and I'm using those as giant ice cubes for the pumpkins. So I will give it some water, cover it up, and then around 4, when it's the hottest, 3 or 4 o'clock, I'll come out again and I'll give it the ice cube. So I'll dissolve most of it inside of a bucket of water, so it's like really nice cold water. And then dump that on there. And once I even put some probiotics into it also, so sort of like a pumpkin ice cream. No, pumpkin ice cream is delicious. That's not delicious. That smells like the probiotics that I give them smell like soy sauce. So that's not delicious, but it's an ice cream that pumpkin plants would enjoy. Yes, let's call it that. So that's it. That's my quick update. Hopefully these guys get a little bit bigger. I mean, they seem a decent size for how long they've been growing. For sugar pumpkins, at least. And then we'll see what the ones over there do. So, still tempted to get jack seeds. I'm not sure. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.